What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Blazers Uprise Live. We got fantasy football draft. Got a fantasy football draft for you guys. Then we'll talk some Giannis stuff. I don't know if Eric's going to be on. He doesn't have power at his house right now, and he only has like a headphone mic, so I don't know how that's going to sound. But yeah, so we're going to go through a fantasy football draft. Chill, kick back. Giannis to Dallas, hell no. But yeah, so we're going to do this, and then afterwards we'll talk a little basketball. Just figured, just a random change in pace. That's also why I made the second channel, so I could just stream stuff that wasn't even necessarily basketball, but I'll talk to you guys in chat and stuff as we wait. Who just auto-picked? Franco's not here. Sick. Alright, looks like I got somebody auto-picking before me. That sucks. Kyle Wilson, CJ, Gary Trent Jr., Zach Collins, Nasir Little, Anthony Simons, and 4 first-round picks for Giannis. I'd probably do it. The guy who just auto-drafted just joined in. Whoa, we can't deal with auto-drafters right now, man. This guy's going to auto-draft. So anyway, I'll talk about my strategy. I got my running back. I had the 4th pick, so I already picked before going live. I was kind of scrambling. I took Kamara. These were kind of my top 4. Dalvin Cook, the last time I had him, was like hurt all year, so I didn't want to repeat that. So I figured I'd get Kamara. Would have probably preferred Zeke, but got my running back early. Damon Nurkic are untouchable. Other than that, trade everyone for Giannis. Honestly, though, if you took those 4 young prospects with CJ and those 4 picks, and then you traded Nurkic to a team like Boston and got like the 14th pick too and another pick or something, like, that's a good enough package for Giannis, I feel. Like, everybody's saying the Blazers won't have a good enough package. But I got to call my guy because he's about to auto-pick. If I can find his number. Normally, this is a pretty good league, but we already had 2 guys auto-pick. One guy just joined right after his pick. Let me call. So you're just going to auto-pick? Can you hear me? The draft's right now. No, our league, bro. You just took Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah. You're gonna have to trade him, bro. Yeah, I got you. You're the 8th pick. You were the 8th pick. That's who you took 8th. Alright. Yep. Oh my god. Oh, you forgot our draft was right now. Never forget your draft time. He took Joe Mixon. I'm never going with Joe Mixon again. I'm hoping like if like Julio fell or Hopkins fell, that'd be dope. Somebody already took Mahomes? Yep, figured. Figured, man. First round, Mahomes. It's a reach. Don't take a QB first round. It's a stretch, man. Yeah, 2K My League is garbage. Eric Brandt with some good picks. Eric, don't cheat by looking at my screen or having chat spoil my plan. Please don't take Julio. Don't take Julio. Give me Julio, please. I've always wanted Julio. I know, I'm just teasing you, Eric. Thing is, you're listening to me. I'm saying I want Julio, bro. You can't take him, though, so we good. We're actually kind of on the other side of the board from each other, so that's fine. He wants Nick Chubb. Take the Chubb, man. Yeah, he took Julio. Of course he did. Do I take Chubb, man? I don't like Chubb, though. Somebody took Kelsey. Like... I could go Kittle. And just be set. Or I go Chubb. Oh, that's tough, man. He has Kareem Hunt with him. I don't like that. I'm gonna take Kittle. Yeah, that's a nice part. Eric's here. So Eric's the other side of the draft. Chubb doesn't play for the Broncos. He plays for the Browns. Hunt just got a huge extension today. Yeah. Like, that seems like a committee. I'd rather just be set on tight end. I got my guy George Kittle, though. I gotta go get a Kittle jersey now. Chubb is no good in PPR. Yeah, this is PPR. This is PPR. So, I mean, Chubb's good value. Late second, though, in a 12-team league. Like, good value. I'll take Kittle. I'll be set at tight end. You got the wrong Chubb. Yeah, there's another Chubb. I forget who. I'm not taking Mitch Trubisky, bro. I had him one year. It was a roller coaster, to say the least. So now I'm just looking at, like... I like these receivers. I would love to get him. Wouldn't mind getting him. Oh, he took him. What's that? I don't like that it's... Yeah, sound off. There we go. Oh, man. Why'd you gotta take my guy? Mike Evans at 28. I mean, Mike Evans ain't bad. I wanted DJ Moore, though. McLaurin's going to go, like, 5th round. Mike Evans. I got... Where's my team? Got Kamara, Kittle, Evans. Or I could... Or I could do that. I could. Oh, man. Oh, this is tough. Do I go Lamar or Mike Evans? I'm going Lamar. I never draft QBs early this year. I'm switching it up. Yeah, Lamar. Okay. Tori always takes forever on his picks. Yeah, bro, I'm thinking. If DJ Moore was still on the board, I would have taken him in a heartbeat. Well, I'm set at tight end and QB. So now it's just going to be about like rounding out running backs and receivers. There should be somebody very solid left at 45. Running back wise. Better go running back next. Yeah, that's what I'm planning. I have my eye on someone. Eric, what the hell, man? Why would you tell the entire league that I'm on stream? Really? Oh my god. Well, never mind. I can't tell you guys who I'm looking at all. Thanks, bro. That's frustrating. Eric, man, are you kidding me? Oh, of course he's going to go tell the whole league. Nah, they didn't. You ain't got to tell them. If anybody is from my league watching this, don't be trying to steal nothing. I have no respect for you. JDC took my guy, bro. I want Jonathan Taylor. Eric took Le'Veon. Oh, he's going to auto-draft AJ Brown. Oh, no, he auto-drafted Odell. Could go with 2 tight ends. Could take Zach Ertz. Oh, man. $1 Eric be snitching out here? Yeah, man. You were private messaging several people who already knew. How'd they know? They don't pay attention to my channel. Notifications? Do they really pay attention? Do the people in this league really pay attention to my channel? I thought they didn't, so... That's why I wasn't really worried. I was like, oh, nobody's going to be watching this. Nobody's going to be paying attention. That's why I was frustrated that you went in there and said he's streaming. Who's picking right now? Hail Blazers. Come on, Franco. Jake does, and he told other... Jake! I'm mad at Jake now. Taking Jalen Rieger next, guys. JK. Oh, so you're trying to pin it on him? Is he gonna pick? Okay, dope. I'll take AJ Brown. Hell yeah. I didn't think he'd fall. Let's go. Alright. I'm actually happy with this. I like AJ Brown. You guys can't see the chat on the right. Maybe I should make it so you guys can see it. Let me do that. Window capture. Transform. Fit to screen. Is that too small for you guys? Let's do this. So you guys can see the pics. I should have done this earlier, honestly. And then webcam. I'll just put it there. Cool. Cool. That's better, actually. Nope, not want to open that. I kind of want a Kareem Hunt, but oh well. I don't know how I feel about Melvin Gordon. Somebody just took Russell Wilson. That's a bit early, I thought, but moderate Eric Trevin. Oh, this next one's gonna be tough. I could. Strike available. He went first round. I don't know what I'm gonna do next pick. Imagine if mods could mod mods. Can you not mod mods? Oh, somebody took McScorin. Yeah, I don't... Took Mostert. I mean... Pick's so far away. Jake took Jonathan Taylor from me. I just took his guy. I took Antonio Gibson. It's my upside running back right there. Because there's like a lot of good receivers left. I don't have to worry about quarterback. I don't have to worry about tight ends. Normally, I always draft too many receivers. This is kind of weird to have my quarterback, tight end, 2 running backs already, and only 1 receiver. So, I actually like the position I'm in right now. I wanted T.Y. Hilton was the other guy I was thinking of. I was debating taking T.Y., but I like a lot of the receivers left on the board. Even down here, like, receivers deep. James White is available still. He doesn't have upside. Doesn't really have much upside. I don't know. Kyler. Eric's going with Kyler Murray. This isn't even my draft list. I don't even know what this list is. Imagine if green names existed. I'm really curious what my choices will be. Bro, Jake's just taking the guys I like. I like Chark. I like Boyd. He's just taking everybody I like. Jake Carey, man. See who Eric goes with. My guess is he's going to go with Michael Gallup. Reverse psychology. Now we won't draft him. Stephon Diggs. Respected. See, I'll get a good receiver here. Jake said he almost took Dak. Yeah, QB's weird this year. I don't know. So I took Lamar. I didn't really want to worry about a QB at this point in the draft. Jarvis Landry's still there. Watch, probably going to take him right now. Cup and Diggs. Are you going to base your team name off of that, Eric? Maybe some wordplay there. I'm happy with the way this draft is going, actually. Diggs cupping Eckler. What? Bro. Oh, man. I didn't think both Gallup and Landry would be here. I'm taking Gallup. Let's go. I'm happy. I'm hyped. Winning it all this year, boys. And there will be... I'll be able to get another good receiver at with my next pick. Because what, there's 6 picks in between. So like those 6 guys I like. So I mean, I guess they could all 6 be taken, but I think you got David Montgomery there, who I like too. So I'll get one of those 7. Can I sort it by Q? Why can't I sort it by Q? Oh, it's right here. Q. So how do I get one of these guys? He went with Tom Brady. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that this early. Dick's cupping Eckler. Why is that so funny to me? Oh, man. Ooh, wait. Ooh. I could get something dirty, actually. Could be dirty. Oh. I wish I could trade draft picks. I would try and get another pick around 76. Oh, no, he took him, man. I want a Marquise Brown, bro. Lamar Jackson, the Marquise Brown connection. That would have been dirty. Yeah, that's what I wanted, Jake. It got taken. You read my mind. That would have been dirty. There's one guy out of these 5 that I really want. Hoping he stays. Called it. Yeah, that'd be dirty. Like, the upside with that would have been amazing. Dude, really? Why is Landry still there? I'm gonna have to make a tough decision, man. He has Tyler Hero as his picture. Oh, man, I wanted more of these guys to get drafted just to make this decision easier for me, but this is not going to be easy at all. No one trusts Cleveland? Yeah. But still, like, he does have a decent floor. I mean, if you're talking about, like, mid-70s to be able to get somebody like that. I'm just debating a safe pick or a boomer bust pick. He took Landry. Okay. I'm going boomer bust. Will Fuller. When do you play it safe? I don't. I don't know. I like to have a good mix of safe picks and boomer bust picks. So, Will Fuller gets hurt a ton. If he's healthy, though, like, he's probably a top 10 receiver. And I've seen reports that he worked on changing the way he runs and all this stuff, so I'm hoping he can stay. That's not really boom or bust. He's our number one now. Yeah, it's just like the bust is how injury prone he is. But the boom is like if he's healthy, he's going to get a lot of the targets that went to DeAndre Hopkins. And he was already like popping off last year with Hopkins there. So Mecole Hardman is not better than Fuller, man. I guess I'm taking the guys that everybody wants. I guess that's a good thing. It makes me question Tori's team if Tortured wanted all of them. No, that just means Tortured is learning, man. That means Tortured is catching on to what you need to do as a fantasy football GM. I hope the guy I want lasts to the next pick. If people are pissed at you in fantasy football, you're doing well. That's how I like to look at it. Tight ends are left. Is Waller still there? Nope. Yeah, I'm not going to really worry about a backup. Honestly, like kind of like everyone in here is serviceable, so I'll just get a serviceable backup. What did Cam Newton do with his hair? What the hell is this? Oh, what? Oh. Hey, should I speed the draft up to 60 seconds? The clock. Jordan Howard. Don't take my guy, Hack. Who's your guy, Eric? Eric wants Debo. I already got Kittle, so. Bro! Jake! Quit taking my guys, man! Quit taking my guys, bro. Jake keeps taking my guys. Let's see who Eric wanted. Jake, man. You saw him high on my running back list and took him just to troll me, I swear, man. Only way I'll respect it is if you have Mark Ingram. You don't have Mark Ingram. I hate you. Dude, what? You already got 3 running backs. Why you need a 4th, man? Oh. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I don't even know who I want as a 3rd running back. I don't even like none of those guys. I'll trade you Lamar Jackson for him. Just kidding. I mean, Marvin Jones got took. That's a good pick. Hack has won 2 of our 4 championships. I don't think his team is good. He has taken like everybody on my bust list. Bro, you gotta take Debo? Why, man? Like, do I take Carry? I don't even want Carry on. They just signed AP. I don't, like, none of these running backs are good. Like, Tevin Coleman? James White. James White could be solid. Somebody brought him up earlier. Or Terry Cohen. I don't know who I want. Cohen or James White? I know, I wanted to shorten the time for myself to make me make a decision faster. Eric? Alright, James White. Alright. Easy flex play. Yeah. I don't really need him in my flex. I just wanted a third running back that I feel like I could rely on in case one of the top 2 were injured or on a bye. I didn't really check their bye weeks, though. I hope. Oh, he has the same bye week as Kamara. Of course he does. Damn. Go 4th receiver. Week 8, I'm going to be struggling. I have Fuller out, Gibson out, Jackson out. I make a lot of trades, though, so I probably won't even have the same team at that point. Westbrook says, I just got dunked on so flicking hard. What? Jake Carey's solid. Jake Carey. Eric's pretty good. Hack has won 2 out of the 4 championships. Eric's won 1 out of the 4. This Perez guy won the first championship, but he auto-drafted his team, so it's like, it has an asterisk, you know? Let's look at wideouts. Should probably go receiver. But I don't really know who I want. Giannis already shut down all the rumors. Nah, man, we trading for him. I guess I could take another tight end. What feint could be interesting? Kind of interested in Deontay Johnson. I don't think Juju is a good number one. I think Juju's the type of guy to, I don't know. I feel like Juju's, I mean, he struggled last year as the number one. I feel like he's going to struggle again this year's the number one. I feel like he just doesn't have enough. He's not one of those top end number one receivers. So, and you got Ben back. He might look to the number two a bit more, which would be Deontay Johnson. So I'm going to take him. Christian Kirk, they got Hopkins there. They have Larry Fitzgerald still there. So I feel like he might struggle for targets. That's why I didn't go there. Is there basketball on? Yeah, there's basketball on right now, isn't there? Or probably just ended. Lakers gonna win. Let's look at Eric's team. I actually like Eric's team. A couple picks I wouldn't have done, but Cup I like, Eckler I like, Jacobs I like, Murray's solid. Gronkowski's interesting. I just feel like I kind of shied away from Tampa Bay's offense because they have so many weapons. I feel like there's not enough targets to go around. But I want Jacobs and Eckler, Eric. I got Alvin Kamara. Willing to base a package around that. I don't even know where you took Gronk, honestly. Took him into round 7, so that's like good value. Bro, you got Edelman and Gronk. You should have drafted Tom Brady. I had Jacobs and Eckler last year, and they were so much fun, man. You trashed my team all year last year, and now you're drafting the same players. Because didn't I have Cooper Kupp last year, too? Eric, man. I swear I had Cooper Kupp at some point last year, too. And Eric was just trashing my team. In his top 3 picks are guys I had last year. You bum. I thought I traded for Kupp. Maybe that was the year before. Steelers D. Interesting. What in the world? My headphones just glitched out. Ran out of time and panicked. I don't know what I want to do. I didn't do enough research this year, so I don't know what I want to do at this part of the draft. Like, my roster is full. Let me go back to my roster. Like, I got my 3 running backs, 4 receivers, my QB, my tight end. Nice noise. Did you guys hear that? That was weird, huh? Sorry if you're deaf. Not my fault, though. I don't know what happened. Westbrook's one good game in the playoffs was wasted in a loss. I want a running back sleeper. Oh, I know who I need to pick. I know who I need to pick. Let's see if Jake can guess who I need to pick. If he guesses it right, I'm going to remove his comment. Who the hell is that? Who? What? Divine? Is that actual? It is a guy. Ozigbo, what a name. Divine Ozigbo. No, that's not who I need to draft. What is the big move you see Portland realistically making this summer? Trading for Giannis. Yeah, there's somebody I have to draft. Like, I have to have. Praying he doesn't. Too cool. Realistic tour? Yeah, trading for Giannis. And Middleton. And Ben Simmons. Franco's going to take all the time in the world. That's why I turned off the sound. When somebody gets picked in your queue, there's just a random voice that says, "Oh, I guess they had their eye on him too." It's hella annoying. Franco, you don't have to use all 90 seconds. Dope. I got who I needed to get. I needed to handcuff Kamara. If Kamara gets hurt, I got Latavius. I'll be fine. Yeah. I realized that because I was like looking at Latavius. I was just looking like at guys like, the starting running back gets hurt. Could they be really good? So like Madison maybe. And I was like, Latavius. Oh yeah, if Kamara got hurt. Oh wait, I have Kamara. That's why I realized, I need to take Latavius. Good job. Appreciate it, Eric. Wow, I'm getting props from Jake and Eric. I feel good about myself. This is a weird feeling, man. Judge and Judy. If only I had Aaron Judge to pair with Jerry Judy. Different sports, I know, but... Why are these guys taking so long in round 11? I took Latavius in 5 seconds, man. These guys want this draft to go to midnight. Cal Wilson, I'm not going to try and change your mind on that. Trust me. Wholeheartedly agree. It's garbage. There's still some decent players on the board, too. They really have Austin Hooper rated that low? Yeah, none of those QBs are worth anything. Not impressed at all. Why are Indianapolis running backs rated so high? Who didn't handcuff Dalvin Cook? Franco, you didn't handcuff Dalvin Cook? Rip. Dalvin Cook gets hurt every year. Yeah. I don't know who I want. Jonathan Taylor's a beast. Yeah, I wanted Jonathan Taylor. You hit Thomas Saransky. What Thomas Saransky do, man? Why do you... Are my mods going rogue? Is Westbrook going rogue? JDC hasn't handcuffed Jonathan Taylor yet. Miko Hardman. Wait, no, I want... Drink. Darius Slayton is still there? Okay. I'll take it. I don't know how the hell he's still there, but... I still ain't nothing. I bumped the button. Thomas Saransky, man. Westbrook accidentally hid you. Damn, that's who I was hoping for. Did you see him up at the top of my board for like the past 20 minutes, Eric? Because I had him rank 80. I just needed to handcuff Kamara. I was surprised he was still there. So I got 5 receivers, 4 running backs. I honestly don't even need to worry about positions anymore. I guess I could take a backup QB, but somebody will probably take Daniel Jones by then. And now the other guys are really impressive. Tannehill, maybe. See if he can repeat last year. Ben, I don't know. Baker, maybe he has the year everybody thought he was going to have last year. Nah. My mods are Eric, I was just teasing you. Because he was like 80th on my board, and he was sitting at the top for like 20 minutes. And I was just kept expecting him to get picked. Franco took a kicker. Franco talks too much trash to me, Eric. He talks way too much trash to me in order to be able to draft a kicker around 11. Like, come on, man. I don't know who I want. Robbie Anderson's still there. Brashad Perryman's still there. Deshaun Jackson's still there. Curtis Samuel's still there. Got some solid receivers left. I know who I'm drafting next if he's still there, actually. You stole his handcuff, Eric. Oh my goodness. Straight yanked his handcuff. Oh, poor Jake, man. Jake, you took my players all day. I feel like me, Eric, and Jake have just taken each other's targets all day. Who has... Somebody is not being... Who is it? Okay. I know. At this point, I'm just going for upside. Like, bottom 3 slots here changes all season long. Might as well go with a guy who at least has a small chance to maybe help you win a league instead of, like, Chris Herndon. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't gonna help you win a league. There are some guys here, though, that could help you win a league if they pop off. So that's who I'm gonna go with. Hack just took Chris Herndon. Oh, you bum! I want Chase Edmonds. Come on. That's fine. If someone isn't on the team, can they be put on IR? I'm not sure. Trevin, there is 16 rounds. We're on round 12. Bro, Franco, pick. You took all that time to take Daniel Jones. Highest upside running back. Who's the Jags starting running back? Where's Jacksonville? Right there. Who's their starting running back now? They basically don't have one. Because they got rid of Fournette. Chris Thompson's a solid. To be able to get #1 running back in 12th round is solid. Alshon Jeffrey's really rated that low. Eric True. I know who I want now. Jake, guess who I want? Show the team. What team? This is my team right here. That's what I got. You guys watching the Lakers vs. Rockets game? No. But why you guys gotta take so long at this point in the draft? I don't get it. Sammy Watkins, he can't get hurt 5 years in a row, can he? No, you guessed him right earlier. Bro! I want it divine now. Sedated, are you watching the stream? Because that's the second time you've taken who I wanted, man. I finally wanted divine, Jake. I'd finally settled on divine. I guess. Who's the highest upside running back? Maybe Boston's got Darrington Evans. All right, 1, I take Justin Jackson. 2, I take Boston Scott. All right, I'm taking Boston Scott. The trusty random number generator. That hurt your ears? Take out your headphones, bro. Sorry, I was pissed. I wanted divine. So Giannis wants to stay in Milwaukee. I respect that. I really want Giannis in Portland, though. James created a botnet to attack your draft room. Looks like he can see your screen now, too. I wanted those Zigno. Should probably take a backup QB. Baker's overrated, man. Goff is solid. Tannehill will be solid. How many running backs I got? I got 5 running backs, 6 receivers. I don't really need... Hoops, time to handcuff Austin Eckler, man. Are you going to talk hoop with Eric after this? Depends on how bad his headphones mic is, because he... Oh, you missed out, Eric. Now JDC is going to take him. Last year I took an offensive lineman with the #1 overall pick in my fantasy draft. How is that even possible? How is Baker overrated? Because he's not good or talented? Oh, he doesn't want Justin Jackson? Okay, I don't want Justin Jackson either. Thanks, random number generator. I'll take Boston Scott. See ya, Ben. Rodrigo Blankenship. I want that guy. Damn, Eric. Hurry up. I'm speeding up the clock after this. Yeah. If anybody goes within 30 seconds, I'm speeding up the clock. It's taking forever. Westbrook, what are you talking about? How's Mike Williams still there? My guy Ayuk. You've been pretty fast. Yeah, I just don't understand why people are taking so long. Everybody's taking so long. Granted, I'll probably take that long, but... When did Metcalf come off the board? Probably like 5th, 6th round. Westbrook. How many like receivers and stuff do the other teams have? Okay, 5 running backs, 6 receivers. 5 running backs, 6 receivers. 5 running backs, 6 receivers. Or does it not update for other people? I guess it doesn't. Eric, why does Franco have 3 tight ends? Why does he have 3 tight ends, man? Franco has only 2 running backs right now. And he just drafted a receiver. Franco, you're going to need another running back, bro. Oh my god. Paris Campbell, solid sleeper. Yeah, I might just do that. Because I don't got to worry about a QB till week 8. Honestly, like, all that's just a bunch of you. Or I could take Joe Burrow. Take Joe Burrow. Screw it. We got the Seahawks fans in here talking up DK Metcalf. Tight end was your key last year. He had 900 yards, 7 TDs this year. Yeah, and how does that automatically translate to 1,209 TDs? Tyler Lockett's still there. Chris Carson's still there. Their division's gotten even tougher. I don't see how it automatically translates to that, but... Who has a good first round matchup? Alright. Defense wise. Broncos. Tennessee. Nah. Bucks are facing. New Orleans, nope. Chargers are facing. They're facing Cincinnati. Rookie QB's first start. Watch will pop off for like 4 touchdowns though, knowing my luck. What other defenses are there? The Seahawks are playing Atlanta. Titans are playing Denver. Where the Cowboys play? The Cowboys are playing the Rams. Why are you hating on Seattle Niners fans? Shaking my head. I'm not hating on Seattle. You just got people in here that are always like, DK Metcalf is going to get 2,500 yards and 22 touchdowns. And it's just like, chill. Like, everybody's just going to only guard Tyler Lockett and Josh Gordon, and DK Metcalf's just going to be wide open every play. Alright, Seahawks playing again. Atlanta. And if they suck, that's a good thing too. So either way, win-win. Are you a Seahawks guy? I'm a Niners fan. Eric's a Niners fan too. Sure, Vince, I'm exaggerating, but that's the type of stuff I just constantly hear. Like, just because he had 900 yards last year, he's like automatically going to have like 1,200 or 1,300 this year. Thing is, every young receiver that had 900 yards last year, their fan base is saying, oh, that guy's going to have 1,200 this year. Every young receiver on every team, their fan base is being biased for that guy saying he's automatically going to have a ton of yards this year. It's possible, but you shouldn't expect it. Like, you shouldn't project that. You shouldn't assume he's going to do that when drafted right now. RIP for what? What happened, Derek? You want a Michael Pittman or Steven Sims? DK has Russell Wilson throwing him the ball too. Yeah, well, Seattle's also a very run-heavy team with Chris Carson. You also got Tyler Lockett there as the number 1 receiver. The number 2 receiver in Seattle's offense is not going to get 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Oh, RIP Blazers. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I facepalmed at that too. Oh, so Tyler Lockett's just going to fall off the face of the earth? We haven't seen DK Metcalf go up against top corners as the number 1. What happened when Juju Smith-Schuster had an amazing, rookie year, second year? I forget if it was his first or second year. But amazing year as a number 2. Then he became the number 1 when Antonio Brown left. And struggled mightily. People were just like, oh, well, he went from number 2 to number 1. He's just going to automatically be better. Doesn't work automatically like that. How many week 6 buys I have? Jeez. And week 8. I got 4 week 6 buys. I got 4 week 8 buys. Hack drafted Darrington. DK Metcalf might reach 1,000 yards. Nah, bro, I bet you it gets under 1,200 yards. I bet you. How much you want to put on that, Shervins? You want to put $20 on that, Shervins? Over under 1,200 yards? I'll create a bet tracker in Discord. Franco better not draft Rodrigo. Let's go. I got Rodrigo. All right, dope. Well, that's that. No, you said he's going to get 1,200. And then when I downplayed that, you were saying I was just hating. So if you are that confident that he's going to get 1,200 and I'm just hating, then 1,200. I thought you were confident in him getting 1,200. No, I don't know. Look at my squad. Let's go. Who has DK Metcalf? Eric, do you remember who drafted DK? I'm assuming he'd be starting. Bro, where's DK? Am I blind? Have I passed him already, chat? 1150? Wow, I thought you were confident that he was going to get 1,200. Watch, he's going to be on the last team. Where the hell is he? Okay. Yeah, 1150. I'll do it. 1150. I will make a bet counter. Shake on it. Handshake emoji. On 1150. $20. Bet tracker. Here we go. Are you in Discord, servants? There we go. Only me and Eric can post on that. Bet tracker. Anybody else want to give me money? I'll take some money. R.I.P. Blazers, man. All right, Eric, you want to come on with your crappy headphones or whatever? Why don't you take your mic to work? Let's see if I have any crappy trade offers. I like that. Let's see how much I'm projected week 1. $121. Seahawks D is projected nothing. Oh my goodness. Damn, I thought the Seahawks defense was supposed to be good. The Seahawks fans lied to me. You didn't think you needed it? Got you. 121 is what I am projected. Let's look at Eric's team. Solid. Who are you going to start week 1, Eric? That's a tough choice. I assume you're going to start Carson Wentz because Kyler's playing the Niners. Destrom, it is clean. I have it. I forget where it went, though. I lost it. Yeah, Clowney is in Tennessee. Eric Olsen, I think so. The Bucks, like, losing that series opened up a couple trade possibilities. Giannis is obviously the pipe dream, but Chris Middleton would be awesome too. Kyler had good games against the Niners last year. Yeah, but you got Wentz against Washington. And this might be the only game all year that Wentz is healthy for. I'll trade you Kamara for Jacobs and Eckler, and I'll throw something else in it. What do you want, Eric? This is where Eric says hell no. Eric makes a ton of trades. I make a ton of trades. I don't think I've ever come to agreement on a trade with Eric. What was our trade last year? Oops. All right, let's see how bad Eric's voice quality is. If it's really bad, might just have to off them off the stream. Let me go put capture. I'm gonna mute that so you guys don't have to hear the Skype call. Where is Skype? There we go. Nope, not what I wanted to open. Skype. Open. What in the world? Alright, talk. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know what that noise was.
What noise?
I don't know. There's some weird feedback. Oh.
Yeah, there was. Stream, could you hear that feedback?
What's up, man? You had a pretty good draft.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. My quality actually isn't as bad as I thought it would. Alright, let me put this display capture. There's Eric.
They're saying it's quiet though.
Yeah, that's on my end. I can't even like raise it up anymore. Honestly. Yes, you heard that? Yeah, that's just my mic glitching out. Because my headphones are plugged into my mic, so it does random stuff sometimes. But how do you feel about your draft, Mr.
I
GM
feel pretty
Eric.
good.
Do you?
I think it's pretty solid. I mean, it's not like the best team ever, but it's not bad either. I think it's pretty solid.
Jacobs, Eckler. See, that's why I kind of wanted to pick late first, because you could get two really good running backs late first. Like, Jacobs and Eckler were two guys I really liked. I wasn't on board with Sanders and, like, Drake. I didn't really like those guys. I did like Jacobs and Eckler, though.
And unlike last year, I don't have to worry about what's his name taking carries and coming back from holding out.
Melvin Gordon, yeah. See, that's why I wanted Eckler.
All year.
That's why I'm offering Kamara for Jacobs and Eckler, and I'll throw something else in.
All right. People need me to yell.
Yeah, you're, it's very, like, in and out, and, like, sounds kind of muffled. You should have just ran home and gotten your mic. Or did you not have time for that?
So, here's the deal. My power went at home this morning. They're saying it's not going to be back up till tomorrow morning.
That's rough.
I was at work and didn't have time to go home at all today because we were open till 8.
Yeah.
And that's when the draft started. But I couldn't go home anyway because I didn't have power to do anything. So I didn't have my stuff to do. I wasn't thinking I was going to be doing the podcast from work. I thought I would be home by 8. So,
yeah, it's rough. Because I got an extra mic here. I wish I could throw it through the screen to you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we're streaming 2 days from now, so I'm not even really tripping. Probably won't stream that long, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to talk about the Giannis stuff at some point.
Yeah.
Cause,
can I say something about that?
What's up?
If you think we shouldn't trade for Giannis, if that's him, well, you're crazy.
Bro, people are... That just confirms people are way too biased for Blazers. If they're like, no, man, I wouldn't trade CJ for Giannis. I mean, and then they, like, fish for reasons like, but look at Giannis in the playoffs, and, you know, like, people say they don't want Ben Simmons with Dame because Ben Simmons doesn't fit with Dame. Well, Giannis is, like, it's the same problem, as if Giannis isn't, like, 10 million times better than Ben Simmons. Yeah, it's just... I don't know. I've seen too many people saying that. And it's like people that like write and stuff. And it's just like, oh my God, man. Are you guys kidding me? You have the chance to have 2 of the top 8 players in the league and you guys would turn that down.
I saw someone that said they wouldn't do it if they had to include Trent. And someone else, like not CJ, it was like someone else.
It's like people don't want to contend, man.
I understand people don't want to trade Nurkic, and there's a lot of, you know, like people that really like Nurk a lot. But if you have an opportunity to get Giannis, you offer them anyone other than Dame, and hope that's good enough.
I mean, I would lead with CJ, Gary Trent Jr., Zach Collins, Nasir Little, Anthony Simons, and 4 first-round picks. I honestly think that would have a chance of being good enough.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it depends on what Milwaukee's looking for, right? Like, if they're looking to, like, still try and be competitive next year while also getting a bunch of young assets on top of that, like, CJ there could be, like, a 26-point-per-game guy. You know what I mean? He's, like, the type of guy that, like, with the other pieces they have with, like, Middleton and Lopez and Bledsoe, like, they could still be a top 4 seed in the East, but they get all those additional young assets, and CJ would basically be the number 1 offensively, and defensively, you know, they can kind of cover it for him. I actually think he'd be a good fit there. So if they're still trying to win,
if I was them, I wouldn't want to like kind of be middle of the road playoff team like that. I would want to just blow it up completely if I'm having to trade Giannis.
Oh, for sure.
Middleton is the greatest combo, but yeah.
But they could have CJ for like 2/3 of a season until a trade deadline, and CJ could be averaging 26 points per game, raise his draft stock, and then they can cash in on that. So they already got Collins, Little, Simons, Trent, 4 first-round picks, and then they'd be able to cash in on a guy that's maybe giving them 26 points per game and like who like becomes an all-star and raises his trade value with Milwaukee. And then maybe they cash in on Middleton at the deadline too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, then they could cash in those assets and really be set up for the future. You could also, maybe a third team wants CJ. You try and maximize CJ's value. Maybe Chicago wants to give up the 4th pick in the draft for CJ, because that's been like something that I've seen like Bulls writers like throw out there. If you're talking about Collins, Little, Simons, Trent, the 16th pick, 3 future first round picks, and the 4th overall pick in this draft, like, that's a pretty good package. That is a pretty good package in my opinion.
Or you offer like Middleton to Golden State for Wiggins and number 2 or something.
Yeah, because then they could do that, and they could have the 2nd and 4th pick, and because I think Middleton would be an amazing fit in Golden State, and then they have the 2nd, 4th pick, all the other young players and picks that we give them. Like, I don't know, like if they wanted to, I think we could field a competitive offer. I think we honestly could. Like, it depends on how they view our young prospects, but like CJ, you should at least be able to fetch a top 10 pick or at least 2 decent future firsts for him. And if you throw that onto 4 first-round picks from us and then those 4 prospects, like, I have to think that at least gets you in the conversation.
Yeah, I just don't know how highly they would value any of those prospects.
Yeah.
Like, Trent probably has some decent trade value this summer, but like not for, I don't know, he's weird because he's still only like 21, but I don't see him as a good chip for a rebuilding team, if that makes sense. Just because like he seems like a solid like rotational guy on a good team, not like a guy you build around. But I mean, Little still has a lot of potential, but I don't know. If I was the Bucks and I was trading Giannis, I would just completely blow it up and trade everyone. They have a lot of tradable pieces other than Giannis as well. Just get whatever I can for all those guys. And but I have a feeling that they're not going to do that. They're going to do more along what you said and try to stay good. And then, I don't know, the East is going to be pretty tough next year, I think. So,
yeah. But I mean, they'd have to be up there if they still had Middleton and Bledsoe and CJ, like, in Lopez, and they have like decent role players. DiVincenzo's a decent role player, and then you add like a Trent to that, you add a Collins to that, right? And maybe it comes to the deadline comes around, and maybe there's like a star level player that's available that they could add to Middleton and CJ and Bledsoe that they can go out and get, because now they have a ton of future assets, and maybe they get back into contention, and maybe they're even better built for the postseason than they are this year, because they obviously bowed out in 5 games to Miami, and Giannis struggled, now they have the guy like CJ who might be able to, I don't know, man, like CJ is the number 1 option on a team. I think could be like a 27 point per game guy that's like solidly efficient, like just have a better rhythm, not having to defer to anybody really.
I completely agree with that, but I don't think that translates to a lot of wins though too.
He has to have the right situation. And I honestly think Milwaukee, he has to have a bunch of good defenders around him, and he has to be able to have guys that can knock down shots and kind of space the floor for him to give him the space to do his thing. And maybe like a guy like Budenholzer could get him to play a better style basketball. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I mean, you see him without Dame, and he's getting 27 points and like 7 assists pretty consistently. Like, his passing is even better. So that's the thing, is like, it would be interesting to see CJ in that type of situation, to see how good he could be as like the number 1 offensive option on a team. And I think like you could potentially sell kind of what he's done without Dame. I mean, you look at Game 5 of the playoffs against the Lakers when they were without Dame, and CJ dropped 36 and 7 assists, I believe, or something like that. Like, maybe you'd be able to sell Milwaukee on that, and if they still want to be competitive, I think CJ would kind of fit in as a Giannis replacement there, and then obviously you have to add on all the extra gravy and that type of stuff. But like, I don't think that it might not be good enough, but I have a hard time saying there's no way we have a package that's good enough.
Yeah, I don't think there's no way. I mean, that's a decent package. I don't know if it's good as some of the other teams that could offer a trade package for him, because like Boston could offer Jaylen Brown and a ton of picks.
Yeah, but like, Boston might be the favorite to go to the finals out of the East right now. You know what I mean? It's like, with Giannis being a question mark, it's almost like, why would they even do that? Like, they could very easily win the championship this year.
Getting Giannis. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it, but
we're interested in getting.
they don't have a ton of picks left too. But
I mean, they have their own picks still.
Yeah,
that would be the same as what we're trading them.
Yeah, I mean, but there's just Giannis could leave Portland. More of a chance Giannis could leave Portland than he would leave Boston. So maybe if you're Milwaukee, you bank on that and potentially the future picks becoming pretty good. But I don't know, man. Like, if they're willing to trade Nurkic too on top of all that, I think we would be one of the front runners. Like, probably Nurkic to a third team, but like if you look like at a team like Boston, who might want like a legit starting center that might be the missing piece, and with all the spacing they have and Nurkic's passing, like they could be a team that would really want Nurkic. And you talk about the 14th pick, a prospect like Langford, a future first round pick, and like they'd have to throw in Tice to get the salary close enough. Like, then you're talking about CJ, Trent, Collins, Little, Simons, Romeo Langford, and like 6 future first round picks for Milwaukee. If you cashed in on Nurk to a third team. So that's the thing, is like, I feel like they could make it happen if they wanted to. There would obviously be other teams in there that could outbid us, but I think we would be like right in that pack of teams. I think we'd have a legit shot.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I kind of have a feeling Milwaukee might want to take a risk on a guy like CJ if they kept Giannis, and that's what we'll talk about like with Middleton and stuff some other time. But like, I feel like trading Middleton for CJ and getting like an ISO scorer who can get them buckets in the playoffs might be a way they go this summer. But I think if they decide to trade Giannis, they wouldn't want a guy like CJ. I just don't think they'll go the route of, oh, let's try to be good, but not, because that team's not it.
You just said you think like you would blow it up, but you think that they'll like try and remain competitive.
I mean, I never know what people are going to do. That's what I said. Like, I'm not sure. I could definitely see them trying to remain competitive, but I don't know if like getting CJ is really remaining competitive, because I don't know.
Well, I mean, either, they want to remain competitive and they get CJ back, or CJ goes to a different team and they get like a really good pick back or something. You know what I mean? They cash in on CJ's value on top of it. That's the thing. It might come down to like, we got to cash in CJ and Nurkic to other teams to get back good draft picks, good young players to give to Milwaukee, if that's like all that they're looking for, if that's all that they want, if they really want to hit the reset button. Because if you're talking about those 4 young prospects that I named, a Romeo Langford and like 8 future firsts for Giannis, you know what I mean? Like 2 for CJ, 2 for Nurkic, and then all the picks that we're offering, like, there's your rebuilding package.
Yeah. There's not really a for sure thing in that, though, because all the picks could be middle to late first round.
Oh, I know.
They could get stuck with like the OKC situation right now is what will happen. No, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
Mr. Littles does not have Giannis upside Destrom. Mr. Little's 6'6". Giannis is like 6'11", 7 foot. Am I crazy for thinking that it's more likely for us to end up trading for Giannis than it is for us to end up trading for Middleton this offseason?
No, okay. I would say if Giannis is available, then yes, probably. But because the only way we can get Middleton is for CJ, basically.
Yeah.
Because we're not trading like Nurk for him or whatever. So, and once again, if they just trade Middleton, I don't think they would, or I think they would want CJ. If they trade Giannis, I don't think they necessarily want CJ. But like, if Giannis becomes available, I think Middleton's out of the picture. So if they decide to trade Giannis, I think then you're right. Then Giannis would be the more likely scenario. But
it's not even based off Milwaukee though. It's based off Olshey. I feel like Olshey's not gonna even like consider trading CJ for Middleton.
Dionysus asked earlier, what are the percentage chances CJ's traded within a year? I would say like 10%. because like I don't have confidence that he'll trade him.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Well,
I don't think.
If he could get Giannis, I have confidence. Like, O'Shea would like look at that for sure.
Okay, I remember two things. One, screw anyone. Like that's so dumb. I hate this so much. Like people hate O'Shea so much that they're like, O'Shea wouldn't even like call them to ask if they wanted anything from us to trade for Giannis. That's how bad of a GM he is. Like shut up if that's your opinion. Like, of course O'Shea's going to call and ask Milwaukee what they want for Giannis. Mm-hmm. I got so many DMs and saw so many people on Twitter like, do you think O'Shea, like if you're being honest with yourself, would even offer anything for Giannis? Because he probably wouldn't even want him. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
it's just random speculation. That doesn't make sense, yeah.
Like, O'Shea's not stupid. He's been waiting to cash in on a trade this whole time. It hasn't come to fruition, but it doesn't mean he doesn't try to get a big player when they're available. I mean, maybe in the past he hasn't wanted to trade CJ, but I think if... I mean, Dame even said that he would love to play with Giannis. So, like... I think that's someone that Dame would be fine trading CJ for if that was an option. So I don't think it's a matter of does O'Shea have the cojones like Eric Olson asked. I think it's just a matter of whether Milwaukee likes our package better than another team's package. But I could also see Milwaukee trying to stay like the same team and same style and trying to trade for a guy like Ben Simmons or something. Just like I know Ben Simmons sucks compared to Giannis, but like I could see them trying to like get a similar player in the same role as part of the package back for him, just to like try and keep the same flow.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. For them, it's like that'd be stupid because like this structure is not working out for them in the playoffs. The way the team is structured, like I don't even know exactly what's wrong, but like. They like obviously it's kind of broken, so I think they do need to switch something up there. So if they just tried to repeat it with a lesser talented player, I feel like that'd just be the dumbest thing they could possibly do.
Can you imagine, like when the quarantine stuff happened, saying that like Budenholzer's job would be in jeopardy in a few months? Like,
I know.
Could on the hot seat. Like that guy, man, he's got some Terry Stotts in him right now.
I didn't realize it, man. Honestly, though, like I feel like he's kind of developed that. I feel like the longer a coach is in a location, the more stubborn they get.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like I feel that way about Stotts. I feel that way about a lot of
coaches.
He
just has some really confusing comments I saw from him.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I read some stuff and I was just like, what? Like really, man? I've been hyping you up for so long. You're gonna say this? Yeah. If we have to play Giannis 40 minutes in a game, we don't deserve to win. Like, what?
And he basically said that, like, you know, we had a good record with this offense, so I'm not going to change it or make adjustments. So it's like, dude.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Bud had the same problems when he was with the Hawks, but the Hawks weren't like this Milwaukee team. The Hawks had the number one seed at least 1 year, maybe 2 years. But, like, that team wasn't, like, built as a championship roster like Milwaukee is. Mm-hmm. Like, they overachieved that year and did well for the talent they had on that team. I mean, it was a pretty good starting lineup. But overall, no one would have thought going into that season that they would contend for a title. I don't think it was necessarily adjustments that did him in with that team. But, yeah.
Milwaukee losing opens up some potential all-in trade possibilities. I mean, Middleton isn't quite all-in, but that's like the type of wing that would be great here, I think. That's like the type of example of like a player I would trade CJ for because I think he's a little bit better and he's a better fit and he's bigger, better defensively. Like we would be a better defense with him instead of CJ for sure.
And if we're stuck with Stotts and his schemes, like Middleton is the type of player we need. We just need because we talked about this last stream, but having like Trent, Ariza, Middleton, Zach Nurk, like that's a tremendous defensive lineup and opens up all kinds of possibilities on defense. yes, we lose an ISO score, which we'll probably have to address that. But yeah, yeah, Hood too isn't a bad defender. Um, yeah, that just there's no way possible that's not a top 10 defense just by throwing
Hmm.
those guys out on the floor. And so, like, if they're not, like, this team is.
Yeah. And you know what I like about having, like, if we swap CJ in the 16th pick for Middleton in the 24th pick, it opens up more things we could do to upgrade the team at the deadline because Middleton is big enough to play the three. So, like, if we have CJ, say Bradley Beal becomes available at the deadline next year, like, there's no point. You know what I mean? There's no point. Either it's like a lateral move like CJ for Bradley Beal, which probably doesn't really make us better much at all because it's just kind of a lateral move, lateral swap. But if we had like a Chris Middleton, right, and Bradley Beal became available, you could play Beal and Middleton at the 2 and 3. You could slide Middleton up to the 3. So it would allow us, like, if a star level 2 became available that we thought would be a good fit, it would allow us to, like, look at them as an option because Middleton has the flexibility to move up to the 3 where CJ doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, because, I mean, if you're looking at, like, because that's the thing. If you swap CJ and, like, our pick this year and Milwaukee has a lower pick and, you know, maybe they need a little bit more, but you still have a lot of your young assets and young picks. You'd upgrade CJ for a better fit, so if they didn't end up making a trade at the trade deadline, having Middleton at the 2, it's a better fit, so we'd probably be a better team, right? But it'd allow us just more positional flexibility. It's nice having, would be nice having a guy like Middleton who you could slide up to the 3 or keep at the 2, depending on who we went out and got.
So, you know how I listen to pretty much every episode of Primetime?
Yeah.
So, I was getting caught up on an old episode, and this was from the day after the Brooklyn game.
Mm-hmm.
And so these guys, like Suk and Rob, don't talk a lot about the Blazers or break down basketball that much. But they've always been, like, in the camp of, oh, Stotts is a great coach. Stotts is one of the best coaches in the league. And then, so Rob actually said, this is going to sound crazy because I know everyone loves Stotts in Portland, but what does he do? And like what are his defensive schemes? Because they've had a horrible defense. Like, he was like, I know, like, one season or whatever they were top 10 and it was kind of lucky or whatever, but, like, other than that, like, they don't ever change their defense or fix it or do anything. So, like, he's wondering why the coach wouldn't try defensive schemes and mix up coverages, or like why he just sticks to the same defense all the time when it sucks and they almost lose to Brooklyn with a playoff spot on the line and stuff because they can't stop anyone. And we bet they've been saying that for like 8 years and they don't even analyze basketball that much. And so I just thought it was hilarious that someone who was kind of like one of those guys who was always like Stotts could never do anything wrong was like, wait a minute, why did I think he was good? Like, he's not doing anything.
Yeah. Then again, they obviously don't like Olshey, and they have like free reign to say whatever they want. So definitely like not as surprised in terms of that regard. But
yeah, they're actually one of the people who have been, or two of the people I guess, that have been against Olshey. They actually still are pretty fair with him and say like he's done a pretty good job in some aspects. But yeah.
I'm reading a Mark Stein tweet about rival teams believe Milwaukee will explore trading for Chris Paul. In order to do that, they would have to trade Middleton. If OKC is trying to go into rebuild mode, which is why they let go of Billy Donovan, he overachieved. Oh, but they let go of him. But like if they're going to rebuild mode, they won't want Chris Middleton. So that would leave us as a potential third team if we gave OKC some value.
I think if they have like Brook Lopez, I mean, OKC doesn't want any of these guys either, but Brook,
Isn't Brook a free agent?
No, he's got like 3 years left on his. He just signed a 4-year deal last offseason. It'd be like Ilyasova, Brooke Lopez, George Hill. It gets pretty close, I think. And they could include a couple of young players. Oh, Bledsoe. Yeah, they have plenty of guys they wouldn't have to trade.
Bledsoe. Yeah, that's true.
And OKC could probably get value flipping all those guys or find third teams.
Yeah, if they traded for Chris Paul, would they want CJ at that point for Middleton?
Probably not.
I want Middleton.
Yeah, I think if they trade for Chris Paul, they're going all in on a Chris Paul, Middleton, and Giannis type team.
Yeah, which honestly would be a solid move for them.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's just the problem is Paul's contract's so big. This is like the same problem we're having this summer. Like if you want a LaMarcus Aldridge on this team or something, like we don't have like a decent trade package without giving up like 3 of our wings to do it, and so like you just wonder if losing all those players would be bad for them in the long term.
I will say this though. I would love George Hill as the backup guard on this team.
Yeah, I'd take George Hill.
I would,
George Hill.
Like, I don't know if OKC has a late first, but I'd trade like 16 for like Hill and like moving back in the draft. If that was possible, we'd have to give up Ariza. I don't know.
Tommy Thompson isn't in here anymore, I don't think, but he had a trade idea on Discord that involved us taking Ilyasova using the TPE just to not have to give up picks to OKC to get Hill because like we're saving them a ton of money.
Yeah. We would have to give up Ariza though, which I wouldn't really like.
Yeah, Ariza would have to be.
So I wish we had a middling contract. Or we could take on Ilyasova for the traded player exception. George Hill gets sent to OKC in a 3-team trade, and then we trade Ilyasova for George Hill, and I think that matches.
I don't think we could trade him back.
We wouldn't. We would be over the. No, but it wouldn't be trading him back to Milwaukee.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'd have to be like once the offseason starts because we couldn't be in the tax, but then I think $7 million would match like George Hill's like 9.8 or whatever. That would be creative. So we would like use the TPE to get George Hill. But like since George Hill makes too much, we'd use the TPE on Ilyasova. Or it could be somebody else from a different team. I don't know. Use the TPE to get a player making like $7 million, which is enough to swap him for George Hill. I don't know. I would love George Hill on this team without having to give up Ariza, because George Hill has a size to guard. He's like a decent defender. He has a size to guard some twos for sure, and super crazy efficient. Is good enough to play off the ball. So if you have CJ and him in the second unit, like if CJ, is dominating the ball, he's good enough to play off of CJ, but then he can also run the offense if CJ's struggling or whatever. So, I don't know. I would love him as our third guard. So, if he's like, if there's a way we could go out and get him, I'd 100% be down for that. I just don't know how we do it without trading Ariza.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I mean, you're talking Collins and one of the young guys or Hood and one of the young guys. I don't think that's worth it for either one.
What if we... Yeah. 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 That's why I wish we had a middling contract. That's why I wish we traded Whiteside for like an expiring and a 2-year, $10 million deal. I wish we had like a Tony Snell. Because if OKC's rebuilding, Tony Snell and 2 second-round picks, 3 second-round picks for George Hill or something. We don't really have many, but...
Yep, that's one of the guys I wish we had gone after.
We could do Ariza to Miami for Olynyk, and then Collins to OKC after they trade for Hill. Collins to OKC for Hill. I don't know how people will feel about that, but you'd replace Collins with Olynyk and then get Hill, and you lose Ariza, but then you'd go into free agency looking to try and get a starting 3. I don't know. I'm not...
Weak in free agency.
And then maybe you use the TPE on like a Bielitsa. So you have like Bielitsa, Olenek, Nurkic in the front court. And
You'd have to give up because Collins only makes what, like 4 or 5 million, and then
yeah, but like Ariza and Olenek are close. So like, and if it's done,
oh, are you saying all at the same time?
yeah. So you like,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, just to make it easier to match the salary, you basically combine them, and you could do it like after the draft and be close. Maybe you have to throw in a Hazonia, assuming he opts in, but I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I probably wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want to give up on Collins like that just for a role player. But I really like George Hill. I've always liked George Hill. I think would be the perfect backup guard, third guard.
Actually, including Hazonia makes me want to do
that. But that's the thing. If we trade for if we made a move for Middleton or Giannis, I'd hope we'd get George Hill back with it. Yeah, we just don't really have the contracts that make sense. Sadly.
That's the frustrating part.
Or maybe you do Rodney Hood in second round picks for George Hill. And then Gary Trent Jr. is like your backup wing and George Hill is your backup guard. I honestly think you'd have to consider that with Rodney Hood being a question mark. You know? Like, he's going to opt into his player option. I honestly think you'd have to consider that. If you keep CJ especially.
I don't know. I don't think George Hill I think it's almost like 35 or something. I don't know if that's...
He's 34. But you got Rodney Hood off an Achilles injury, though.
Yeah.
And, you could move Trent up to, take the role that Rodney Hood would have. Gary Trent Jr. could be our backup wing. And then you'd have that guard off the bench that could run the second unit instead of having CJ run it. I honestly think we'd be a better team with that. As much as I hate to let Rodney Hood go. And then George Hill would be a bigger contract that you could use at the deadline.
It's harder to say. It's just difficult to know.
Yeah. I mean, but you look at what George Hill did this year, it's actually kind of insane. Let me pull up his stats. For the season, he shot 52% from the field, 46% from 3, 84% from the free throw line, true shooting percentage of 66%.
What did he do in the playoffs?
In the playoffs, he shot 52% from the field, 53% from the field, 40% from 3, had a true shooting percentage of 66%. So he kept it up in the playoffs. They weren't losing because of George Hill. In the playoffs, he averaged 10 points per game, 3 assists, 2 rebounds.
I did look it up. So Ariza and Zach do work. So obviously Collins would too, for Hill and Olenek.
Yeah. I like Olenek. I mean, you just have to, maybe get a Jay Crowder type or a Harkless type and that might be worth it, if you think, Ariza's going to regress. I don't know who you'd start at the 4. Olenek or, you'd maybe try and go get Bielitsa. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really like Olenek at the 4. And it doesn't help our defense.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you just do it with Collins and Hill. Because how much does Collins make next year?
5.4.
5.4 times 1.75. How much does Hill make?
Hill makes 9.5 next year.
If it's an even 9.5, then Collins for Hill would work in after or during the moratorium, after the calendar flips. It would barely work Collins for Hill. I don't know. But I'm wary about that.
I don't see why they would do that.
OKC?
Yeah. No. Oh, okay. See,
I'm assuming, like, if they... Like, honestly,
Milwaukee.
my prediction is Milwaukee will trade for Chris Paul. I think that will happen. There's not too many suitors for Chris Paul just because of the salary he makes. And Milwaukee's kind of desperate. I honestly think, like, Bledsoe, Ilyasova, George Hill, and the 24th pick for Chris Paul is what will happen. And then they'll flip Bledsoe to a team and get an asset back for him. And then they'll, like, you know, OKC would love to flip George Hill into Zach Collins. You might be able to get additional asset back out of OKC in that deal if they're rebuilding. So, I don't know. But I don't know. I'm wary about that. And I don't think Olshey would do that. I would just love George Hill as a third guard. Also, in terms of videos, mailbag. I was prepping so much for this fantasy draft. Mailbag tomorrow. I had to push it back a day. There was super bad wind, and I didn't want to be in here with the trees all around this house. There's so many big trees, so. But then Eric's trade video will be out, too. Really looking forward to watching that. Won't have a stream highlight clip from this stream. But the one on Thursday, we'll hopefully have a stream highlight clip from that. Because I know people liked what I did with that Zach Collins video. I saw a lot of people saying they liked that idea. So definitely going to try and do stream highlight clips because they are pretty easy to do. Aaron Holiday is better than George Hill? No way.
Not this last year. I mean, not any year for Aaron Holiday, but...
Yeah. Yeah, George Hill killed it. Bro, imagine having a guard that could run the offense, defend, shoot 46% from three. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, people loved Seth Curry, and Seth Curry basically all he did was shoot for us. He did play solid defense, but, like, I don't expect him to keep up that three-point efficiency. Because, like, the year before, he shot 31%. He shot 28% in Milwaukee in 47 games last year, and then he went from 28% in 47 games to 46% in 59 games. Like, I don't know how the hell that happened, but he is a career 38% shooter. So 28% in Milwaukee was a bit of a fluke, I think. I don't know. But that's the thing, is Milwaukee has a lot of pieces that I like. And going into this offseason, it's like, oh, there's nothing that'll be traded that I like. And with the way Milwaukee's kind of like blown up, it puts a lot of pieces into play that I think would be good fits for the Blazers. Obviously, it puts a star. I mean, Giannis kind of shut it down. He said he want. And if Giannis stays in Milwaukee, I respect the hell out of it. Right?
Yep.
I respect the hell out of it. As much as I want him in Portland, like, I either want him in Portland or I want him to stay in Milwaukee. I would love to see more guys kind of take the Damian Lillard route.
Dude, what if he pulls a Durant, though? He says all that all year, and then he just leaves in free agency.
I would not like Giannis anymore.
Yeah, me either.
And that might be the risk Milwaukee has to take, but, you know, if he does leave, just please stay in the damn East. We don't need another superstar in the damn West, bro. We don't need them all in the West. They're already like... They're already like all in the West.
Destrom keeps asking if we saw his trade. Like, post it in the chat if you want us to talk about it. I don't want to go looking for it.
Yeah. We've said that multiple times on multiple different things. But, yeah, so I don't know. Like, love to have Giannis. Chris Middleton would be a great fit. George Hill would be a great third guard.
Dionysus, I don't get why Torrey would agree to that bet, because I think he's all up for trading Ariza, too, in most cases, if it brings back another player.
What was the bet?
He wants to bet you that you owe him a T-shirt if Ariza is gone by next season.
No. Sorry. I would do a bet on a T-shirt for something that like I would be happy. I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying they're not going to give away Ariza. They could. They definitely could. So I want to do a bet where I feel strongly about something, like the DK Metcalf not getting 1,150 yards next season. So come up with a different bet, and I'm willing to consider it. But Shervins is going to owe me $20 in the winter after DK Metcalf gets 950 yards. Mm-hmm. I'll buy a T-shirt to donate to someone on the channel if you lose. Come up with a different bet than Ariza, other than Ariza. Come up with something else, Dionysus. I am down to do some sort of bet with you. I'm not handing you free money, bro. DK Metcalf is so overrated by Seahawks fans. They think he's a top 5 receiver in the league. So, he just said underestimating the second coming of Megatron. Bro, I can't with these Seahawks fans, Eric. Hello.
Yeah, just a second.
You all good? I just can't handle the Seahawk fan on my own. He really said second coming of Megatron. My face is bruised now. Face palm.
Doesn't have good enough hands.
Yeah, come on, man. It's Julio Jones and a Seahawks. Oh my god. Bro, why are Seahawks fans so delusional?
Not sure.
You guys should know better to come in here and talk Seahawks, man. We will hate each other. Yeah, right. That's why we made the Super Bowl last year.
I like how Trevin says Seahawks greater than 49ers with a bunch of greater than symbols, but he doesn't even watch or know football. I don't.
Niners are still better than the Seahawks, man. Until proven otherwise. That's where I stand on that, man. Be going back to the Super Bowl. We're winning it this time.
Dustrom, why would Phoenix do that? He says CJ for Rubio, Ayton, and Okavo.
Why would they do that?
Why? I don't. That's horrible for both teams.
Yeah. Why would we do that? That's literally a lose-lose.
They took Ayton number 1 a few years ago. They're not going to trade him for CJ, who plays the same position as their best player right now.
Yeah. And we're not going to trade CJ for Ayton, who plays the same position as our second best player right now and can't play with him. Like, Ayton can't coexist with Nurk. Mm-hmm. Rubio is a point guard who can't shoot. He can't coexist with Dame. Come on, Destrom. I'm disappointed. Disappointed in you. Devin Booker might be gone. Then why would they trade their young center who they took with the number 1 overall pick for CJ if Booker might be gone?
Devin Booker might be gone? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
Devin Booker's not going anywhere. They solidified that they're gonna build around Booker and Ayton. They're not gonna. They went 8-0 in the bubble. They're riding high right now. They're not gonna trade people.
Yeah.
The rumor is because D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns want Booker in Minnesota, and then they got the number 1 pick. But I don't even think they would trade Booker for the number 1 pick.
It's not a legit rumor where like Phoenix is thinking about it at all. Yeah. That's not a rumor on Phoenix's side at all. Mm-hmm. When were the Suns talking about making some huge core changes? Where did you hear that, Destrom?
Yes, and I would have agreed with that up until the bubble.
Yeah.
There's no way once they did well in the bubble, and you look at their record this year when Ayton played versus when he was out for a while, it's pretty good actually. Like they think they have a ton of upside, and they're a team that's on the rise. They're not going to just blow it up again.
Yeah, and if they were thinking about making core changes, they're not going to trade Ayton for CJ because they already have Devin Booker at shooting guard. Why would they trade for another shooting guard who also can't defend? And why would they trade Ayton for a guy who's not any better than Ayton is right now when Ayton has a lot more upside and he plays a position they need a guy at?
before the bubble, someone asked on Twitter, like, if you were the Suns GM, what would you do? And I said blow it up. But like, it's just what I would do. I knew that like Phoenix fans wouldn't like that, and they were all over me about it. Like they're not blowing it up.
Well, they can have fun trying to get the 8th seed next year, and then losing in the first round.
What? You just keep saying someone said it though. It had a source. Like you're not saying what your source is, so that makes me think that it's not legit, or you don't want to say what it is because you know it's not legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Though, like they're probably not going to make the playoffs this year or next year.
He forgot the source. Come on, Destron, but like you were in our mock-off season. Like, think about that from Phoenix's point of view. Why would they do that? Doesn't make any sense. Why would we do that? Like, why would we do that? Why would either team do that? They're not going to be making deals while they're high off pot, Ben. Alright. That's the trade he wanted us to search for.
Yeah.
Come on, Destrom.
Vivek is just, I don't know if you've seen any of his messages, but he really, really hates your opinion of Ben Simmons.
Well, I hate his opinion of my opinion of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is overrated as hell.
He thinks we're crazy for wanting Middleton instead of Ben Simmons, but...
Oh, yeah, let's get a guy who can't shoot for
Ben
shit.
Simmons isn't available anyway.
Let's get a guy who can't shoot for shit and needs to take the ball out of Dame's hands in order to be worth anything, instead of getting a guy who's a 40% three-point shooter and a great defender who would be phenomenal playing off Dame. Let's just ignore fit next to Dame and just go out and just get random players and then try and put them together and see if they work. That's not how you build teams, man. Giannis can't shoot either. Yeah, but it's Giannis. He is a top 3 player in the league. Damian would be a great fit next to Giannis. If you go out and get Giannis, it's almost like, okay, what would fit well next to Giannis? Do we have players that would fit well next to Giannis? Right? Ben Simmons is nowhere close to being better than Dame. So Ben Simmons would be the complementary piece there, and he's not a good complementary piece to Dame. Giannis would not really be a complementary piece because he's a top 3 player in the league. If anything, Dame would be the complementary piece. But honestly, neither of them would be. They'd be co-stars. That's different. Ben Simmons is not coming in to co-star with Damian Lillard. That's the thing. If you take the ball out of Damian Lillard's hands and put it in Giannis's, I don't think that's a downgrade. Right? I don't think that's a downgrade. I don't think that's a bad move. If you have to take the ball out of Dame's hands and put it into Ben Simmons's, that's a downgrade. That's not... it's not what you want. Because Simmons ain't as good as Giannis. So the people that like use Ben Simmons to like talk about Giannis's fit, like Giannis averages like twice the scoring volume that Ben Simmons does. Giannis is more efficient. Like
better rebounder.
And
he won Defensive Player of the Year with Ben Simmons.
And he hit not an efficient clip, but at least he hit 93s last year. He's hit 309 threes in his career. How many threes has Ben Simmons hit in his career? I mean, Giannis shot 30% last year. If he could get that to 33, he's like streaky, but like he's had games where he had 3-4 threes because he got streaky. He's unstoppable if he like gets hot from 3. Like you cannot, if Giannis is having a decent shooting game from 3, you cannot contain him. Ben Simmons, what is he's hit 1 3 in his career? Right? Let me check. Just out of curiosity. He's hit 2 threes. 2 for 24. Round of applause to Ben Simmons.
He hit one in like a scrimmage though.
I know, and everybody was so excited. Oh my God, Simmons made a 3. Thank the Lord. Maybe he'll be able to shoot someday. Oh my goodness. He's made 2, 3, yeah.
Simmons is only 23. Well, how old's Giannis? Like 25?
Yeah, are we trying to rebuild or are we trying to win right now? Yeah, Giannis is 25. Ben Simmons is 24. Ben Simmons is 24. Giannis is 25.
Vivek hates you.
He overrates the hell out of Ben Simmons.
CJ ran his course.
Okay, let's trade him for peanuts. Let's trade CJ for Eric Brandt. Since CJ ran his course, like, that'd be an upgrade, right?
I haven't played ball in a while.
Yeah, but like CJ's run his course, so we should just trade him for you, you know? Like if CJ's run his course, he's run his course.
Man, I'd still like. That's the frustrating part about if we just do something like that because he ran his course, is that I still feel like Dame and CJ would make it. I would like to see them in a different offensive structure and a defensive scheme that's different versus just running the same crap all the time before we completely write them off as not being able to work together, like Vivek's doing and Chad doing did today. I don't know if we saw that.
No. Did Chad doing right off CJ?
He did the Dame and CJ is too small of a backcourt to work. They need to trade CJ for a wing.
That's so casual. Did he say any wing?
No.
Yeah, casual.
Other people mentioned Middleton, but yeah.
Casual. I'd love to trade CJ for Middleton, but you don't just, they can't work. Trade CJ just for any wing. We just gotta go get a wing. How about Aaron Gordon? How about Karis LeVert? Like, people cannot look beneath the surface. The trade CJ because he and Dame can't coexist is the most surface level take anybody can have on this team. It's the most casual take people can have on this team. Like, they suck at defense and CJ and Dame, neither of them are that great defensively and they're both short. Okay, it must be that. Only reason, right? Not about schemes, not about any of the other players. You know, when we had Aminu and Harkless, Chad doing love to hate on those guys because, we lost the series against New Orleans because Al-Farouq Aminu couldn't shoot, even though Aminu shot 43% from 3 on over 3 makes a game. You know, but no, it's that. Disregarding their defense, but then when it comes to CJ, somehow, like, that's the only thing that affects our defense is the fact that Dame and CJ play together. Right? But then, you know what's funny? Is when you bring up, like, okay, Stotts, like, he doesn't do enough in terms of scheming defensively, and people say, well, 2 years ago, they were 10th in the league in defense. But then, they'll say, CJ and Dame can't coexist defensively. When honestly, the argument that they were 10th in the league in defense is more valid for saying that Dame and CJ can coexist offensively because they were 10th in the league in defense a couple years ago. It's more valid for that than it is for defending Terry Stotts. That's what's funny about it. But when it comes to CJ, they don't search for any way to excuse it, right? When it comes to Stotts, it's anything. Anything they can think of.
Yep.
Vivek, you're tripping. What do you mean we can't change the damn scheme?
He says because Stotts isn't going anywhere. So.
Oh.
Dude, well, okay.
True, but...
Okay, let's just say that's the case. We're stuck with Stotts for 2 more years. We can't change the scheme. Why would we want a guy who can't shoot threes in Ben Simmons on this team in Stotts' offense who only bases it around shooting threes and does not run in transition, doesn't push the tempo, any of that stuff? Like that doesn't make sense then to say that we can't change anything, Stotts isn't going anywhere, but then to want Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I say this about a lot of players. I even said this about someone on my Trade Talk video, but pretty much guys like Ben Simmons, Aaron Gordon, those guys are glorified Evan Turners in our offense.
Yep.
And you saw what Evan Turner did in this offense, how horrible that was. Like, Ben Simmons is like a taller, better defender version of Evan Turner in this offense. Mm-hmm. But on offense, he would look exactly like Evan Turner did in this offense. Yep.
I mean, he looked better just because he's more talented. But yeah, and just in terms of the fit of his style of play, it would fit the same way Evan Turner's style of play fit into the offense. That's, yeah. It's not, with Stotts, it's not really what you want. Imagine Okay, we love our sets where you run the 3-man weave above the arc. Imagine if you took CJ out of there, you put Ben Simmons running around the arc. Why would that be a good fit with slots? Because whoever's guarding is just going to sit at the free throw line okay, you ain't doing anything out there. We know you can't shoot from out there. I'll just go and double team a cutter. Oh, I'll just go and make sure you can't enter it to the post. The
whole point of running the weave and running a lot of pick and roll is to try and get the defense to switch. But the defense just backs up and goes under the pick against Simmons, so they hardly ever switch on him. But like I said, a lot of his points, he mentions he's like LeBron down the lane. He's so good. Well, a lot of that is running on a fast break and transition and that kind of stuff, which, again, we do not push the tempo on this team. So I don't understand why you think he's going to excel in a half-court offense where we like to slow it down and try to – I don't know. We just pass around and don't go towards the basket. We don't have cutters. We don't have off-ball movement. So, he has to create the penetration all by himself, basically, against a sagging defense, and then pass to stationary shooters. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it'd be a good fit.
We'll get Ben Simmons isolations. Yeah. That'd be fun, man. You think you guys hate isolation basketball right now? Just imagine if we traded CJ for Ben Simmons. Oh, my goodness. That'd be tragic. That'd be terrible. All right. So stream on Thursday. We got a couple videos to get out. I'm going to go DoorDash a little bit.
Yeah, I got to get going.
Been streaming for 2.5 hours, so that's a good stream length. We'll catch you guys Thursday. DK Metcalf ain't getting 1,150 yards. Thanks for the free 20, Shervins. Appreciate it, bro. And, yeah, so I will catch you guys later.
I'll feel bad for Shervins if he gets hurt or doesn't play. Oh, yeah. Hey, let's just say that for the record, they have to finish the season, all 16 games, for the bet to be, otherwise it's a void bet.
Let's say he has to play at least 8 games. If he plays 10 games, we'll base it off of yards per game extrapolated over 16 games.
I'm just saying, if the season shuts down because of COVID, that's not a win for you or something. You know what I mean? If they don't finish the season. If he plays 10 games, that's part of it. If a player has to get a certain amount of yards, injuries come into effect there. So he shouldn't have bet that if he thought he would get hurt. But yeah,
true. I mean, that's part of the risk. Anyway, I'm going to head out of here. Got a couple videos that we're going to drop, and maybe one later in the week. I don't know. We're just slightly behind, but we got you guys some content, though. So be excited for that. Stream on Thursday. We'll probably post a stream clip from that. If you guys don't catch it, we'll probably have a stream clip for that. And, yeah, that's just kind of the plan. Stay up to date with us on Twitter, at TorreyJonesYT for me, HoopsJock for Eric. We might post in the community tab. I do want to do a Blazers Pulse episode. I'll probably post those polls tonight and drop that. I was going to drop it Thursday, but I'll probably drop that Friday. We're just pushing everything just slightly back. But so I do want to do a Blazers Pulse episode. So check in with the community tab tomorrow, and there should be some polls there. That's the plan. And the community tab on the main channel, not this channel, on the main channel. So that is the plan. It's going to try and ratchet up the content for you guys. Other than that, there's nothing else to plug. I will catch you guys on Thursday. That's when we're streaming next. So until then, as always, peace out.